Please join me up the stage, please. We'll be honoring one of the award recipients. June Castro, the president of the FEU Medical Association. Please join me. Felix Lopez, the president of the Filipino-American Chamber of Commerce, Southeast Corridor. June Aglipay, Philippine Independence Day Foundation president. Please join me. Gloria Rule, Filipino-American Chamber of Commerce of Orange County and Asian Business Association. Mayor Victor Manalo, please join us, please. Tony Cortejena, former mayor of the city of Walnut, please join us, please. Raziel Arziaga of the Asian Business Association of Inland Empire, please join us, please. And to introduce the next awardee is, by the way, Felix, let me give you the, a lot of you don't know about, we're talking about like first, what we're requesting is like the first Filipino-American cabinet member, regardless if it's Republican or Democrat White House. We also have one, or maybe he's the highest in the Coast Guard here in the U.S. Auxiliary in the U.S. Coast Guard. That's Felix Lopez. He's the president of the Filipino-American Chamber of Commerce of Southeast Corridor. He'll be introducing the next awardee.
Distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Our speaker tonight has brought personal meaning for himself to the old adage, if at first you don't succeed, try again. But before discussing about it, let us first scrutinize who he is. Cory was born in Chicago, but not long after, his family settled in Claremont, California, and has been residing there for the past 42 years. He has a business administration degree from the Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles in 1992. Prior to his election to the Claremont City Council, Cory has been an active community leader. He served on the County of Los Angeles Local Suppression of Drug Abuse in Schools Advisory Committee, City of Claremont Library Task Force, Claremont Educational Foundation Incorporated, and founding member and past president of Active Claremont, to name a few. Now let's discuss about that old saying, try again. Cory first ran his first race to the Claremont City Council at age 19 in 1990. Then in 1992. Then in 1994, all of which were unsuccessful. And then, after 15 long years, he finally received the nod of the voters in the election of March 2005. So after his installation on March 16, 2005, he remarked that if at first you don't succeed, try again. In his 15 years experience as a 3-term member of the Claremont City Council from March 2005 to March 2017, Cory has served 2 one-year terms as its mayor in March 2009 and March 2010, and March 2015 and March 2016. He is now the immediate past mayor of Claremont City in California. In addition to all this, he has worked in different capacities with former Assemblyman Bob Margette of the 59th District, former Assemblyman Bob Pacheco of 60th District, former Assemblyman Todd Spitzer of the 71st District, and former State Senator Bob Margette of the 29th District. Before I proceed, I would like to caution you that my introduction will have a mixture of Filipino and American accents. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce to you our speaker tonight, the Honorable Cory Calaycay.
You want to call them up first? California Journal for Filipino Americans presents Community Leadership Award to the City of Claremont in recognition and appreciation for outstanding commitment and dedication to the Filipino American community. Congratulations, Mayor Calaycay. As what I said, Cory Calaycay is a proud Filipino American.
Well, Joey, honored members of the staff of the Filipino Journal for Filipino Americans, distinguished guests, and fellow dignitaries and honorees, good evening. It is indeed an honor for me to be here. At first, let me say to Felix, wow. I don't know who you introduced. That was extremely impressive, so thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And let me follow my fellow speakers in conveying congratulations as well to the California Journal for Filipino Americans. 22 years is outstanding, and we appreciate the many contributions they're making here in our community and to Filipino Americans and Filipinos throughout the world. So thank you so much. I want to begin with some introductions. First, I have to say it is an honor for me to accept this award on behalf of our entire City Council, our Mayor Sam Pedrosa, Mayor Pro Tem Larry Schrader, Council members Joe Lyons and Pani Nasiali. And I have some guests that I would like to introduce here with me this evening. I'm very proud to be able to introduce our newest commissioner. As of our last July Council meeting, we appointed a new commissioner to our Community and Human Services Commission. He is a Filipino-American resident of the city of Claremont, Jed Liano. Jed is also a distinguished attorney who practices in Pasadena. And with him is his wife, Liz. And Liz is a project manager, interestingly enough, for Edison. So she's with the rest of the Edison representatives here tonight. She's here representing Edison as well as a community member. So thank you for being here. As many of you may know, Claremont is home to the world-renowned Claremont colleges. It's really what puts us on the map. And we have an organization in town called Friends of International Students. And each year, as we have new students coming from foreign countries, they place those students with families and residents in the city of Claremont to allow them to acclimate to the U.S. and to our community. And so I'm very honored to introduce to you my guest from the country of Singapore. He will be a student coming up here at Harvey Mudd College in the city of Claremont, Zi Young Lim. Thank you for joining me this evening. I want to also acknowledge a former commissioner who's also a Filipino-American who works for a company, Technip, which is an engineering company for the oil industry, and we proudly are the home of that company in Claremont. Unfortunately, he has a very busy travel schedule as a result of that job. So he served for a period on our police commission, but unfortunately he had to step down, and he wanted to be here tonight so I could include him in acknowledging him. But Rex Jaime, I'm very honored that he lives in our town, and that's what I do want to mention, that as of the last census, our community is a town of about 36,000 people. We have about 75% Caucasian residents and Filipinos and Asians together comprise only about 16% in our community. So unlike some of the other communities of Diamond Bar, Walnut, West Covina, we have a small Filipino community, but I would say a mighty Filipino community along the lines of Congresswoman Maxine Waters' comments about the professions of Filipinos in health industry, in the legal profession, in business. We have realtors. They are esteemed members. And I want to emphasize that a great thing, too, is that Rex and, of course, Jed are perfect examples of the kinds of Filipinos that they move in the community and they immediately become engaged and get involved. And I want to build on Congresswoman Maxine Waters' comments about the involvement of Filipino Americans in government. There's a story about a man who prayed to God throughout his life that he wanted to win the lottery. And when he finally died and went to heaven, he asked God, God, I prayed and prayed, and I never won the lottery. Why didn't you help me win the lottery? And God said to the man, I wanted you to win the lottery, but you never bought a lottery ticket. The point being that we can want Filipino Americans to be involved in government and in leadership, but if you don't take the action and get involved in your communities and consider these positions the way Jed did, the way Rex did in our community, well, it'll never happen. You have to act first. And so, getting back to the city's award, why does the city of Claremont deserve this award? Well, I think for two reasons. Number one, again, we are home of the Claremont colleges, and the Claremont colleges educate students internationally. And among those international students are many Filipinos, both from the Philippines and from our own country. And there are many of them that have since graduated and are making great contributions around the world. So for that, our community deserves recognition. The second reason is that in spite of the fact that we are 75% Caucasian, we are a very inclusive community. And I'm very proud to mention to you that the makeup of our council, even though we only have 5 members, the majority of our council, even with the 75% Caucasian community, is minority. When a lot of other communities are having challenges to go to districts to make sure they have minority representation, our voters have put minorities on the council. Mayor Sam Pedrosa, our current mayor, is of Mexican heritage. He represents the Latino community. We have Apani Nasiali, who is Kenyan-born, represents African Americans. And then, of course, I have the great honor of representing Filipinos and Asians on our council. So I think that's a great thing for our community and something that I would like us all to be able to recognize of our residents. And even with the organization we have, Friends of International Students, it speaks of our community's inclusiveness. So for those two reasons, I'm very honored to accept this award. I want to acknowledge two other people that I almost failed to mention. You already very well know Mayor Victor Manalo. He is not only the mayor of Artesia, but he is a day resident of the city of Claremont. He actually works at Claremont Lincoln University. So I want to acknowledge him. Thank you. And I want to acknowledge Marissa from Edison, who is now Claremont's Edison representative. So Claremont is well represented here tonight. So again, it is indeed an honor for me to accept this award. I want to just, in my final words here, encourage you all. Get involved, be good representatives of our community, not just to make our country a better place, but to be leading examples and models of what Filipinos represent for this country and for the world. So again, thank you. I am a proud ambassador of the city of Claremont. I thank the voters for the opportunity to represent them. I hope that you will all take the opportunity to visit our community one time and often. And along those lines, if any of you are looking for a new home, I hope you'll consider the city of Claremont, and let's build the numbers of Filipinos in the city of Claremont. Thank you so very much.
Certificate of Recognition, City of Claremont, California Journal for Filipino Americans 2016 Community Leadership Award recipient in recognition of your outstanding dedication to the Filipino American community. Thank you for your ongoing commitment and support. Congratulations from Senator Ben Olin, 26th District.
Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition presented to the City of Claremont. Brad Sherman, Member of Congress.
I have a certificate from the certificate of special recognition coming from Honorable U.S. House of Representative Member Congress Maxine Waters, City of Claremont.
Certificate of recognition presented to City of Claremont from Assemblyman David Hadley. And also certificate of recognition presented to City of Claremont from Assemblywoman Young Kim.
Certificate of Congressional Recognition presented to City of Claremont 2016 Community Leadership Award in recognition of your extraordinary achievements and high standards of excellence. Your dedicated support to the Filipino-American community is greatly appreciated and truly commendable. Congratulations on your accomplishments and best wishes on all your future endeavors. 22nd Anniversary Dinner Awards, California Journal for Filipino Americans. And I also would like personally to congratulate to the 22nd anniversary of Filipino Americans California Journal, Joey and your wife, Arlene.
Corey, I have two certificates of congressional recognition for you to the City of Claremont for the Community Leadership Award from Congressman Ted Lieu and from Congressman Ed Royce. Congratulations.